What is going on, guys? My name's Matt, and this is my first video up on my channel. It's that blue and white V6 thing. Now, for my first video, I would have liked to go ahead and done a walk around of the car, explaining to you guys what I got done to it, what I have planned for the car, so on and so forth, but that's going to come at a different day, because this video was sort of on the fly as I was leaving work today, because I wanted to go ahead and talk about what I just got done in the car, which was I got the 373 Ford Performance racing gears installed. Just about halfway through the braking period, I laid into it, and I can tell you right now, it was one hell of a mod. Now, a lot of times, people go ahead and think of doing gears. It's more of a, shall I say, underground mod, something that people don't tend to do because it's not a visual or audible mod. But it was something that I wanted to go ahead and do based on what I've seen on the 3.7 Mustang cycling group. Before we dive into the gears, where I got them done and how much they costed, I want to talk a little bit about what I have done to the car. Got the car just over a year ago, maybe about a year and 2 months, and I've enjoyed it so far. Haven't done too much stuff, hit a couple bumps, some things that came up I had to take care of, nothing too major. But now, doing really good at work, got that little promotion, you know, the little promotion everybody else is always looking for, and started to do some stuff to the car. First thing I did to it was put Borla S-types on it. Really good exhaust, especially if you got a stock system. Doesn't drone out. Has a really nice loud volume, but it's not too loud, so if you eventually want to go with headers or an X-pipe, it'll sound really good. The second thing I did was MPT tune. Now, there's plenty of different tuning companies out there for tuning a car, but when it comes to the V6 Mustang, there's two particular companies that go ahead and do email tunes. You got Bama and MPT Performance. Now, I went with MPT because I've seen some of the best results with MPT, and some of my other buddies have it as well. I would almost say about a quarter of a second faster difference in the quarter mile. With that being said, I went ahead and got the trans tuning. Trans tuning is for the automatics. Yes, my car is an automatic. It is what it is. That's just what I decided. I do a lot of daily commuting, a lot of stop and go traffic. It's just my personal preference. I'm sure you guys will hit me up in the comments for that. But anyways, now that I told you about what I got done to the car, let's go ahead and dive into the gears a little bit. The gears, like I said before, they were 373 gear ratio Ford Performance. Got them installed down here at Pompano, Florida. I live in West Palm Beach, Florida, by the way. Got them installed at Pompano, which was about a 40-minute drive. Nothing too crazy. Dropped them off in the morning around, let's say, 9 o'clock. Picked it up around 3 or 4. Altogether, the experience was very, very smooth. Shout out to Steeda for being very, very supportive and very, very friendly with their customer service. They know exactly what they're doing, and if I need anything else, I'm definitely going to take my car down there to them again. Would definitely recommend taking any car down there. But anyways, let's get to the cost of the gears. The cost of the gears altogether, installed, set, and driving on the road was $708. Now, I know that may seem like a lot, but when I break down the prices for you guys, and I'll go ahead and insert a breakdown of the price right here. There was a couple other things, but the diagram explains it for you guys. The actual gears were only $199. The friction modifier and the additives were $55, and the labor was only $387. Pretty comparable to other places around here and other gear installations for other 3.7 Mustangs that I've seen on the cycling page. Now, I'm still in the braking period. I haven't done too many hard pulls yet, but I'm still trying to get the gears broken in properly. It's very pertinent to go ahead and make sure you get that done correctly. If that's not done correctly, you're going to get bad wear and you're going to get bad gear whine on it. And that's just something you don't want, because you can have catastrophic failure and you're stuck on the side of the road with nowhere to go. I will do a little one for you guys, nothing too insane. I'll do a full review on the gears later on, but as of right now, this is just a little bit of a description of what they are. I'm coming up on a red light here. Downshift a little bit. Rev it up so you guys can hear the exhaust a little bit. Like the sound of it. It sounds really, really good. Can't wait. My next thing after these gears is going to be long tube headers. Probably going to go with Borla. Take them somewhere to go get them ceramic coated, since Borla don't make ceramic coated headers. And then I'm going to go custom H-pipe catless setup with the Borla S-types. I'll have an exhaust video that I'll go ahead and upload for you guys to hear. But that's going to sound really, really nice. Personally, there's another guy, he has a very similar setup. Instead of a H-pipe, he has an X-pipe. And I think it's a little bit too raspy. That's why I'm going to go with the H-pipe. And I may go ahead and throw a set of MagnaFlow glass packs, 18 inches inside there, in place of the resonators, just to go ahead and cut down on the rasp a little bit. You know, with a V6, you don't get that deep rumble, but you could go ahead and get as close as you can with that. With the V6 Mustangs, there's a big community, a lot of friendly people that get together, they talk about it. I go to a lot of car meets down here, down in South Florida, a lot of race meets per se. I know it's only V6, but I still try to have the fun that I can. This Friday, I'm going to be going out to test and tune. The gears should be broken in by then. Going to do a little bit of driving around tonight, go ahead and get some of the break-in procedure done. Going to go to Palm Beach International Raceway, see what I could go ahead and knock out in a quarter mile. As of right now, I'm at 13.6 at 101. That's just with the MPT tune, the axle backs, and the cold air intake. Those things right there. The cold air intake was more for visual aesthetics and audio aesthetics. The stock airbox in these newer cars, almost any newer car, is really, really good. These car manufacturers are really starting to make these cars more fuel efficient according to the EPA regulations. And having a better cold air intake system goes out and helps out with that. And a lot of these car manufacturers are starting to put in a very efficient system. So cold air intakes are nice, they sound good, but don't offer too much more overstock. But with that, I'm at 13.6, 101. I'm hoping I can go ahead and get a 13.2, 13.3. They're going to prep the truck this Friday, so it's going to be a nice grip, a nice launch. I'm going to be able to hit that very nicely. And the main thing I'm looking at these gears to do this upcoming Friday is to go ahead and get my 60 foot down. Getting a 60 foot down is going to take my 0 to 60 down, and it's going to go ahead and really help with keeping me in the power band. Now I know I got a little sidetracked with going to the track and test and tune and all that, but I want to touch bases up on one thing before we go ahead and leave you guys today. What do the gears do? 373 gears are a really good way to go ahead and give a lot more oomph and a lot better power band to your V6 Mustang. Now granted, I didn't say add power, because gears don't add power, they just change the way the power is put to the ground. With having better power bands, the car will be more efficient at doing 20s, 30s, and 40s. I'm going to talk about roll racing there, and also getting off the line. The 373s do a really nice job of putting the power to the ground. Overall in all, I can't really wait to lay into these gears and show you guys what the car can really do. But I'm glad I didn't go with the 410s. I think the 410s would be a little obnoxious, and I can already tell with these gears that I just got installed, my gearing is a lot shorter. With 410s, it would almost disappear very early in the transmission. First, second, and third would be like that. It'd be nothing. So I'm really glad I kept the 373s. Like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and do a full review, a couple pulls, a couple exhaust vids with the gears inside there, so you guys go ahead and hear how the car is shifting and so on and so forth. With that being said, hope you guys have a good day, drive safe, and it's that blue and white V6 thing.